Let me guess something very specific. At some point, you tried to fix how your body felt by following hormone advice you found online. Maybe it was a video, a podcast, a post that sounded confident and convincing, and when it didn't work, you wondered what you were doing wrong. If that sounds familiar, stay with me, because the problem was never you. If content like this helps you finally understand your body instead of chasing solutions, subscribe. Her body logic exists to explain what most hormone advice leaves out. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Most hormone advice online is built for simplicity, not for women's bodies. It assumes that if two women have the same symptom, they have the same problem. But women's bodies don't work like that. Hormones don't operate in isolation. They respond to context, your age, your stress history, your nervous system, your life load, your past experiences. Online advice ignores most of that. Instead, it focuses on one hormone at a time, estrogen, progesterone, cortisol, as if the body were a light switch that just needs flipping. But hormones don't act alone. They respond to safety signals. This is where most advice quietly breaks down. A woman can follow every recommendation perfectly and still feel worse because her body isn't responding to the instructions, it's responding to perceived stress. And stress doesn't always feel dramatic. It can be long-term pressure, emotional responsibility, caregiving, mental overload, years of being fine while holding too much. The nervous system keeps track of all of it. When stress becomes chronic, the body shifts priorities. It diverts resources away from reproduction, responsiveness, and repair, and towards survival. No supplement can override that decision. This is why one woman thrives on a hormone protocol and another feels nothing, or feels worse. Their bodies are in different states. Online advice rarely explains this, because it's harder to package. It's easier to sell certainty than context. Another issue is timing. Hormone advice that works in your early 30s may not work the same way in your 40s or 50s. Perimenopause changes how the body responds long before periods stop. Hormones fluctuate more unpredictably, and the nervous system becomes more sensitive to stress. Advice that ignores this stage mismatch creates confusion. Women think, this used to help. Why doesn't it anymore? Because your body changed, not because you failed. There's also the issue of personalization. Online hormone advice is designed for the average body. But there is no average woman. Some women are coming from years of burnout. Some from trauma. Some from medical stress. Some from caregiving overload. These histories shape how hormones behave. Without addressing safety and regulation, hormone-focused advice can feel like pushing on a locked door. The body resists, not out of stubbornness, but out of protection. This is why many women feel frustrated, discouraged, or distrustful of their own bodies. They did what they were told, and nothing changed. Here's the part no one says clearly enough. Hormones respond best when the body feels supported, not pressured. When the nervous system feels safe enough to shift out of defense, hormone signals become clearer and more effective. This doesn't mean hormones don't matter. They do, but they don't work independently of the system they're operating in. Think of hormones as messengers. If the environment they're delivering messages into is chaotic, the message gets distorted. Online advice rarely addresses the environment. It focuses on the message alone. That's why so much hormone advice feels incomplete. It's not wrong, it's just missing the foundation. And women internalize that gap as personal failure. If this explanation feels like it's putting language to something you felt but couldn't articulate, subscribe. This channel exists to slow things down and explain the whole picture. Here's what actually helps. Understanding your body's patterns before trying to change them. Recognizing when stress is driving symptoms more than deficiency. Acknowledging that your body might be protecting you, not malfunctioning. When women understand this, their relationship